Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah. Double honor to the Apostle GMS. This is another Allah connection in the video. In this video, I'll be focusing on the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 23. And it reads, "A wicked man taketh the gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment." Right. So a wicked man taketh the gift out of the bosom. Your bosom is talking about your chest. But it says you take the gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. So let's say a person comes to you and pulls money out of their shirt. Like how you have a woman that put stuff in their bra, in between their breasts, in between their bosom. So if someone is taking the gift out of their bosom, what they're doing is they're pulling it out in secret. Okay? Because it's in a concealed place. It's in a place where that's not meant to be seen. So a wicked man taketh the gift out of the bosom, or a wicked man taketh a gift out of a secret place, a concealed place, to pervert the ways of judgment. Look at that word pervert. It says, go down, it says, to turn, incline, influence, bend down, thrust aside, thrust away. So it means to thrust away. So the wicked taketh the gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment, or to turn the ways of judgment, or to thrust away the ways of judgment. Get another definition real quick. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. It says pervert in the Merriam-Webster. It says to cause to turn aside or away from what is good or true or morally right. To corrupt. And on dictionary.com it says pervert definition, to affect with perversion. So basically pervert means to turn aside or away from what is good or true or morally right, or to corrupt. So we could take the gift out of the bosom to corrupt the ways of judgment. Okay? And you can see that with this whole thing they talking about with all the different teachings that have gone around through the years in Israel. Like this dude, Tazdakia, saying he's the comforter. You know, God saying Esau not the white man. Even down to this, John the Baptist was not in the truth. Now I'm not saying that they got paid off to teach that particular thing, but these are just examples of things that are taught that are not according to the scriptures. All right, and you know that these guys gotta be juiced in with Esau. They gotta be getting paid off, especially those called the ICGJC. Those like Church of God and Jesus Christ. Man, teaching that dude Tazdaki is a comforter. We know that that's definitely talking about them, you know. So wicked men take the gift out of their bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. In other words, they bought and paid for to turn aside the ways of judgment, or to corrupt the ways of judgment, or righteous judgment, man. Because why? The scripture tell you that the love of money is the root of all evil. So it's not money that's the root of all evil; it's the love of it. Now, this right here, this gift that comes out of the bosom, don't necessarily gotta be money. It could be any gift, anything that a person may desire. Social status, power, woman, some other materialistic possession other than money, jewelry, whatever it may be. But that's meant to taken out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. Okay? So the person that's giving out this gift has an agenda themselves that they want to push. You know, that even goes to these celebrities selling out to these secret societies, man. Let's keep going, cause they selling out to these secret societies, pushing certain agendas, because they know that their careers won't continue if they don't. You know, they keep their mouth shut about certain issues, like this whole Dwayne Wade's son calling himself a girl. They keep their mouth shut about those issues because they know if they speak openly about it, they'll lose their careers, man. People ain't got no integrity. Let's go to the next scripture. So just to make sure what's right doesn't occur, they give a gift out of their bosom to pervert the ways of judgment, to pervert the right ways of the Lord. Even to these 501c3 tax exempt churches, man. They go around teaching falsehoods on the scriptures. Why? So they can keep their tax exemption status. Because they really bought and paid for by the government, by Esau. So it's 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So bad times are going to come. Evil times are going to come. Okay? Desperate times are going to come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Right, lovers of their own self. People engulfed in pride. Covetous, right, they're gonna be covetous. Desiring things that's not theirs. Boasters, proud, blasphemous, which is cursing the Most High and the Son. Disobedient to parents, those that taught them. And even disobedient to their own parents. You got people suing their parents now. You know? One guy wanted to sue his parents, or actually did sue his parents, because he didn't ask to be born. It's ridiculous. Unthankful and holy, without natural affection. Truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good. And those are all examples of people that will sell out. People that got those kind of natures. Traitor. See? A traitor. That's like a truth breaker right there. You breaking a truth so promise. You're a traitor. You know? Heady or high-minded. Same thing. Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High, right? Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High, man. All they want to do is fulfill their own earthly desires, their own fleshly desires. I mean, that's other flesh is anything that's separate from the divine influence of the Most High. Okay? Having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. So you gotta turn away from people like that. They got a form of godliness. They may physically appear as if they're godly, or they may seem that way on the exterior. But inwardly, they deny the power thereof. They deny the Lord. You can tell by their actions. Even the most so-called Bible-thumping Christian, tell them according to the Bible, pork in the scriptures. I mean, pork is condemned by the scriptures. They're going to try to fight you tooth and nail. They don't really believe in the Most High. All right, no scripture. Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets will come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So you got to beware them guys. A false prophet will come to you in sheep's clothing. A sheep is known as being like what? Docile. Not intended to harm. Welcoming. A sheep isn't ferocious or fierce or anything of the sort. That's not the true nature of a sheep. But you gotta beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, which come to you with the appearance. Remember that appearance? We went to that last scripture, the same type of mentality. Remember, having a form of Most High, but denying the power thereof. Here's an example. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So they have sheep clothing. They appear docile, they appear non-threatening, welcoming, kind, and things of that nature. But inwardly they're ravening wolves. Deep down inside, they're like a wolf that want to tear you apart. They just pretend as if they're friendly. And when things like that occur, it's always the simple that get caught up in that, because they don't got the ability to discern spirits. Why? Because most of them didn't get an ability to discern spirits. That's why you got a lot of these guys in these different camps. That's why these guys in these different camps are following, General Gehenna and Nathaniel 7 and so forth. So with that, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna say, "Oh praise you, how about Shemel Shah, double honor to the Apostle GMS," and with that, I'm gonna close. Shalom.